Hi, I'm Wally Doolin from the Black Box Intelligence and People Report team, here to bring you January's restaurant industry snapshot. And it's a nice way to start the year. Comp sales positive 3.3, coupled with a zero point 0.3 positive traffic, and that is really nice to see the plus in traffic. When we contrast that to the rolling 3 months, we had a plus 2.3 in comp sales, but a negative 0.9 in traffic. So we now start to look at, in a new dashboard that we're bringing to our members, the correlation between traffic and sales and average check. So for the first time, the average check we'll present to you is a 3% up in the month of January, and the rolling 3 was at 3.2. And I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of this presentation. When we talk about food and beverage sales, they both were up for the month of January and the rolling 3 months. So continuing to see improvements in both of those metrics. When we look at best region of the country, boy, solid Mountain Plains. I must say there was some rollover issues here from weather last year, but who cares when you see a plus 8.6% in comp sales and traffic of 7.1%. That's phenomenal numbers and really terrific. Congratulations to anybody in that region. California turned out to be our worst, but our worst wasn't that bad. It was a negative 2.3 in traffic, but it was a positive 0.5 in sales. So we're pleased to see California in positive sales. When you look at DMAs, this month we're reporting on 109 DMAs. 94 or 86% of those are positive, and only 15 were negative. So that's nice news across the whole spectrum of our reporting. We turn to the People Report data and look what's happening in the human capital side of our business. It's nice to see job growth in December was plus 2%, and that was up 0.6 from November's numbers, which is 1.4. So really nice growth to see in those job numbers. Same as you're seeing a little bit of improvement in the national scene, and we hear from the NRA report in their numbers. We look at turnover, management and hourly turnover were both up in December and for the fourth quarter. So that part is a little concerning. And then we just produced our People Report Workforce Index this week, and in that index it is going higher again, showing more difficulty in the hiring process and bringing people on board. So note of caution on that part of it. Finally, when we bring in the consumer side of our report, and the consumer side is from our partners at Consumer Edge Research and Consumer Edge Insights, I'm pleased to see that the improvement again in December. The index hit 88, which is the highest in 6 months, and the third month in a row in improvement. And just a little note, we got some additional news from our partners at CEI and CER today that in February, consumer confidence continues to be growing strong. And so we're hopeful, as they're hopeful, giving us the data, that'll translate into a strong February in terms of comp sales and traffic performance for our industry. And with that, I'm going to give you a shout out, and that shout out is going to be selfishly for the team that we have here at People Report and Black Box that put together this great new product for our members that I'll tell you about briefly. All right, now to talk to you about exciting new innovation in our products and Black Box Intelligence. And this dashboard puts 3 variables that you'll love on this view, and it's traffic, sales, and transaction average. We have another view which also has on a dollar basis the transaction average as well as average weekly sales. But I'm going to just show you this briefly, and this really takes into account, if you look at the very top line, that's a 12-month and a 3-month rolling average of transactions. The middle line is sales for 12 months and rolling 3, and the bottom line is traffic, 12 and rolling 3. And you can see just quickly what the correlations are with this in terms of how you might be able to view this. This is an interactive dashboard that our members are used to seeing in the other views they get in the other dashboards. This is pretty phenomenal. we have gone through and looked at individual companies, really trying to make sure we understand the impact of this. And on this particular one, you can see some very positive news for the industry here, is in the trailing 3 months, you see sales and traffic moving up dramatically in parallel, which is ideal when check average is only slightly increasing. We did see cases in companies where the impact of their promotion or a shift in their mix really did impact what happened in sales and traffic in their business. And so for our members, we really encourage you to pull this dashboard up, spend some time on it. I think you're going to find it as maybe one of the most important ways to deal with commodity cost and the variables on pricing and promotion that you have to deal with in trying to judge how you're doing on sales and traffic versus your competitors. We're really proud of this work. We think you'll find it useful as a member. And if you're not a member, the information that we're putting on now will tell you how to contact us, and we'd love to talk to you about that if you're not a member. So until February comes out, thank you very much for your time today. We're pleased to bring this to you, and we hope February is a terrific sales and traffic month for all of you out there. Thank you.